Hey, what is going on guys? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the best way to get XP in Pokemon Go in 2021. Now last December, Niantic actually made a lot of changes to the XP system because of the level cap increase to level 50. So for those of you who don't know, level 50 actually requires 176 million experience, on top of some other additional tasks as well that you have to complete as you're going from level 41 to level 50. But that is a lot of XP, especially when you consider that level 40 only requires 20 million experience. That's 156 million experience that you're supposed to get in order to hit the max level of the game. Or you could even say the max endgame level of the game, since level 40 was the max level for about 4 years. So if you're going for level 40, honestly, I wouldn't even worry about level 50 that much, because that is definitely endgame content. You don't actually benefit from any of it, other than the fact that it's more or less bragging rights. So if you're going for level 50, just know that there aren't any added benefits. Even at level 40, you can still max out your Pokemon to level 50, so you really don't need to be leveling up unless you're just doing it for fun, or bragging rights, or anything along those lines. But if you're like me and you've been playing since 2016, level 50 is definitely something that you do want to achieve. Personally, for me as a free-to-play player, hitting level 50 without spending any money on the game would be such an amazing accomplishment, but that's besides the point of this video. I'm sure most of you watching this right now probably haven't even hit level 40, and so you're probably asking yourself, how can I hit level 40? Because seriously, I've seen this all over Twitter. So many people have been saying, I've been playing the game since 2016, but I'm still not level 40 yet. And so that's why I wanted to put together this detailed experience guide, because it seems like a lot of people are really struggling to get the experience needed for level 40. And this guide is going to be 100% free to play, which means that you don't have to spend any money in-game to actually obtain this experience requirement. So with that being said, as always, if you do enjoy this video and find it helpful, please make sure to hit that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe if you would like to see more of these Pokemon Go guides and tutorials in the future. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Now this video is going to be broken down into 3 main points. The first one is going to be how to get experience in Pokemon Go, the different various ways that you can get experience. The second way is going to be how to maximize a Lucky Egg, basically how to get as much experience as possible on one single Lucky Egg. And finally, the third one is going to be just additional tips and tricks on how you can maximize the way that you get experience in the game. So let's go ahead and start off with the different ways that you can actually get experience in the game. The first way is going to be egg hatching. This is definitely the least free-to-play option out there, considering that if you don't have multiple incubators saved up, which you actually can do free to play by the way, or you can use your coins and buy the boxes and get incubators that way. But for the most part, we're not going to assume that people just have tons of incubators lying around, but if you do, these are the experience rates per kilometer egg. So for 2 kilometer, you're gonna get 500 experience per hatching one. For 5 kilometer, it's gonna be 1,000 experience. For 7 kilometer, it's gonna be 1.5 thousand experience. For 10 kilometer, it's gonna be 2,000 experience. And for 12 kilometer, it's going to be 4,000 experience. Now the best way to maximize this, if you're going for a massive hatching spree, which I actually have done as a free-to-play player before, I've done 9x10 sprees, and now with the bonus storage, you can actually do 12x10 or even 12x12, which gives you a ton of experience. If you do 12x12 on a Lucky Egg, that's 96,000 experience, which isn't that realistic, but you can definitely make it happen with some good planning and preparation. Although to be honest, this generally falls into more of a pay-to-play category when it comes down to incubators, so I'm not really going to touch on this too much in this video, but I did just want to mention it real quick. Now the next one is going to be berry feeding. So berry feeding actually gives you 50 experience per berry fed, and you can feed 10 berries to one Pokemon every 30 minutes for a total of 10 Pokemon. So essentially you can feed up to 100 berries every half hour, which is going to give you 5,000 experience, 10,000 with the Lucky Egg. Next up we have evolutions. So evolutions were a fantastic way to get experience back in 2016 before we had friendship bonuses, and it's still a great way to get experience today. I still utilize this very, very much. So this was one of the XP mechanics that Niantic did actually buff last December. For evolving a new Pokemon, you get 1,000 experience now instead of 500, and for evolving just any Pokemon, you get 1,000 experience as well. And so we're going to be talking about the evolutions a little bit more in this video, because it is definitely something that I do recommend utilizing. Following that, we have a few other smaller ones that I wanted to note. Gym battles give you 400 experience, spinning a PokeStop gives you 100 experience, and then you also have the daily catch and spin bonuses, which depending on your streak, you actually get a decent amount of experience as well. Now let's go ahead and talk about catching. This is actually one of the features that did get a massive improvement improvement in terms of XP rewards. So for catching a Pokemon, it is still going to be the base 100 XP, but for a nice throw you now get 20 experience, for a curveball you also get 20 experience, for the first throw you still get 50 experience, but for the great throw you now get 100 experience, and for the excellent throw you now get 1000 experience. Previously, the excellent throws only gave 100 experience, so they 10 times that, which is massive. Like, excellent throws, if you're really good at them, and I do have a guide that I'll link in the top right corner right now, that video provides a ton of visual examples that'll hopefully get you much better at throwing excellent throws consistently. And then finally, the best way to get experience in the game, in my opinion, is going to be through the friendship bonuses. Now, this does take some time and effort, so while it does give you a ton of experience, it's not going to be right away, but if you stack it accordingly, you can definitely make the best use out of your lucky eggs just through friendship bonuses alone. And it can really just be as simple as opening your daily gifts to ultimately accumulate this experience. So basically there are 4 tiers of friendship: good friends, great friends, ultra friends, and best friends. For good friends, that's going to be 1 day, for great friends, that's going to be 7 days, for ultra friends, that's going to be 30 days, and for best friends, that's going to be 90 days of interaction. So for good friends, you get 3,000 experience, for great friends, you get 10,000 experience, for ultra friends, you get 50,000 experience, and for best friends, you get 100,000 experience. And yes, you can use a lucky egg to double the amount of experience you get. You can kind of see why this is one of the best ways to get experience in the game, but then again, it takes 90 days to get to that point. But you do get the additional experience from the ultra friend, the great friend, and the good friend bonuses. So while it is going to be a lot of time to get to best friends, you still do get additional experience along the way. The most effective way to utilize the friendship bonuses though is to honestly just get to ultra friends. Once you get to ultra friends and you sync up your lucky eggs, delete that friend, re-add them back in like 6 months and do it all over again. And if you keep this cycle going, you're honestly going to get so much experience long term. But to be honest, most people actually end up just sticking all the way to best friends because it can be kind of difficult to find consistent gift openers or consistent gift senders. So instead of going over every single resource in this video, just to save time, I'm going to consistently update the description, and I'm going to have a section that goes over all of the places you can actually get friend codes. But if you want to post your friend code in the comment section down below, you can definitely do that too. I'll have a Twitter thread that you can go and use if you want to get friend codes. The best way to go about this though, at least in my opinion, is to be able to contact the person that you're going to be leveling up friendship with. That way you can coordinate lucky eggs. I mean, the last thing you want to do is get to the point where you're about to hit ultra friends or best friends, and the person that you're going to be leveling up with doesn't even know that you're going to open their gift, or vice versa, right? So ideally you want to coordinate if you can. Some people don't really care that much for experience, and if that's the case, then obviously I wouldn't worry about it too much, but I always like to confirm if I'm going to be leveling up with somebody. I always try to reach out to them, try to find them, and from there they can either tell me, okay, yeah, I want to coordinate for this, or no, I don't really care that much about the experience. It's kind of the polite thing to do anyways. If you have any resources that you personally find helpful in terms of friend codes, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. I will do my best to update them. For example, if you have a really good Discord server with a bunch of friend codes, you can definitely add that in the comment section down below. But personally, one of the best ways that I've found to get experience is through Twitter and through my local Pokemon Go community. So if you have a local Pokemon Go community that uses Facebook or something like that, or uses Discord, try and reach out to them, and that way you can actually interact with your locals, and that's a really good way to not only build up friendship with people that live around you, but also get potential trade partners in the future, especially considering that some people don't really have too many Pokemon Go players in their area. It can definitely be a win-win if you really look into it. Next up, we have sending gifts. So once again, going hand in hand with friendship here, you get 200 experience for every gift that you send. And so if you send 20 gifts that you have in your inventory, that's 4,000 experience just like that, 8,000 experience on a lucky egg. Another XP source is going to be through research breakthroughs or through quests. So quest rewards do occasionally give you experience. Research breakthrough gives you about 3,000 experience per, which you get every 7 days, assuming you get the stamps. And then finally, the last one is going to be raids, specifically 5-star raids, as they do give you the most amount of experience per raid. They give you 10,000 experience for every single raid that you complete, and that's going to be 20,000 experience on a lucky egg. So definitely can be really beneficial, not to mention that we have remote raid passes now, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find yourself a group of people to actually get the raid done. Once again, if you have any raiding resources like Discord servers, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to add everything to the description. That way, for those of you who don't have that many people to play Pokemon Go within your local area, you can at least utilize those servers. So that's basically most of the ways that you can get experience in Pokemon Go. If you felt that I left anything out, let me know in the comment section down below. I probably may have left something out, but it was probably not that notable. Overall, these are the main ways to get experience in the game if you're looking for the most amount of experience. I didn't really try and cover too many of the smaller features encounters. Like, even spinning PokeStops isn't really one that's super ideal, but if you do it a lot, like if you have a loop that you're going through, that can add up over time. But with that being said, now let's go ahead and talk about how to maximize a lucky egg as a free-to-play player, essentially how to get as much experience as possible in 30 minutes. So first of all, what exactly is a lucky egg? A lucky egg is an egg in Pokemon Go that gives you double experience, and occasionally as you level up throughout the game, you're going to be getting these, and I really do recommend saving them as much as you possibly can and utilizing them to the best of your ability. This can be kind of a big deal because I know some of you out there do struggle to get Pokecoins, especially considering that we're still in a pretty bad pandemic, at least here in the US. So for me personally, I don't get to go out as much as I'd like to and place in gyms, not to mention if turnover is really bad in your area, it can be really difficult to get enough coins to get a lucky egg again. So save them if you can and utilize them to the best of your ability. Now unfortunately, Niantic did get rid of the 25 lucky egg pack, which is the best bang for your buck. It cost 1250 coins for 25 lucky eggs. They realized that people were gonna have to level up again and they took it out of the shop. So yeah, greedy move on Niantic's part, but they still have the 8-pack. Thankfully, they still have the 8-pack. That's going to be 500 coins for 8 lucky eggs. Just buy that. So now let's go ahead and talk about the best way to maximize that lucky egg, right? Because you only have 30 minutes and there's like so many different ways that you can get experience in the game. What is the best way to utilize it? So first of all, I should probably go over how much experience is actually worth using a lucky egg for. So ideally, I would say about 400,000 experience would be ideal for using a single lucky egg. If you can't get 400,000 experience on one lucky egg, it's probably not worth it. And I know that seems kind of like a lot, but if you think about it, that's just 4 Ultra Friends, or that's just 2 Best Friends. So it really isn't that much. On average, personally, I get about 1 to 2 million experience for every lucky egg I use. So yeah, I think you guys can definitely manage 400,000 experience. For the most part, friendship bonuses are going to take up the majority of the experience, but the rest of these do factor in as well. So after you're done with your friendship level ups, the next thing that you want to do is you want to have your evolutions ready. I made a video that goes over some of the best tags to use in Pokemon Go. I highly recommend checking that out. There should be a link in the top right corner as well as in the description below. This goes over a tagging function that basically allows you to sort all the Pokemon that you want to evolve when you're going to be on that lucky egg. So this absolutely does save you a ton of time. I mean, seriously, you don't have to go through your Pokemon. You already know which ones you want to evolve, and it's really as simple as evolving one, move to the next, evolve that, repeat. Now following the evolutions, another really big one is to do a 5-star raid, have that coordinated and ready to go. So ideally someone else would be sending you the raid invite, and then as soon as you get it, just jump in, hit the raid, ideally as fast as possible. If you don't really care that much for the Pokemon, don't even worry about catching it, just go back to your evolution sprees and continue on with that. We also have excellent throws. Like I said, excellent throws are going to give you 1,000 experience per 2,000 experience for every excellent throw on a lucky egg. So if you have a lot of Pokemon around you, or you're in kind of like a grindy spot, or even a big parking lot that tends to have a ton of spawns, try and get as many excellent throws as you possibly can. Even your research encounters, you can save up to about 100 of those, I believe. And so if you just have those research encounters sitting, you can just knock them out, try and get those excellent throws, and dude, that's easy experience, 2,000 experience, especially if you're utilizing the fast catch trick, which once again, if you don't know what that is, I'll leave a link in the top right corner as well as in the description below. You're going to be blazing through those, so super fast way to get through as many as you possibly can, getting a ton of experience, like 2,000 experience, plus the 200 experience for catching the Pokemon and the 20 experience for the curveball, and if you get it first try, that's another 100 experience right there. So essentially you're getting about 2,300 experience for every single throw, 2,200 if you don't get it first try. And so that's arguably one of the best ways to utilize it. Honestly, just excellent throws alone, you can get so much experience in a half hour. And I'm serious, like even if you don't do friendship bonuses, even if you don't do raids or evolutions or any of that, if you're just primarily doing excellent throws and you're getting like, I don't know, 100 excellent throws, that's like 200,000 experience, dude. That is definitely worth a lucky egg if you have enough to spare. And then following that, we have 2 more that I've already gone over. Berry feeding, very easy to do. You just want to have 2 Pokemon in gyms. Ideally, those gyms are full. Berry feed to your heart's content. You just need to have 100 berries ready to go. And then following that, you also have sending gifts. Once again, 20 gifts in your inventory, easy peasy. Just send out gifts to everybody on your friends list, doesn't matter who they are. And once again, you're trying to build up friendship anyways, right, for the next lucky egg. So kind of a win-win situation here. And so ideally, that's kind of the best combination of things that I like to do. These are repeatable tasks. You can honestly add in more as you choose. Once again, I went over different ways that you can get experience in the game. So if you want to incorporate egg hatching into this, you can totally do that. If you have a research breakthrough, you can incorporate that. If you have XP from quests, you can incorporate that. And once again, guys, I personally average about 1 to 2 million experience for every lucky egg that I use. I have over 100 million experience in the game, and I've done it all free to play. So take that for what you will. I haven't spent any money on this game in the entire like 4 years that I played this, or 4.5 years, and that says a lot. And so at the end of the day, it is really up to you how much you want to try and maximize on one lucky egg. Like I said, 400,000 is kind of like the minimum threshold that I like to at least hit, but on average I do about 1 to 2 million experience, and I could do more, but that's kind of good enough for me. And then additionally, I wanted to go over some more tips and tricks for you guys. So I already went over how to utilize tags. If you want to check out that video, it'll be in the description below. And then when it comes down to the evolutions, what I would recommend going for is Pokemon that require 12 candy to evolve or 25 candy. And then you also have the trade evolution Pokemon like Ghastly, Machop. Essentially, you trade them, and then when you evolve them to their second stage, it's going to cost you 25 candy, but to evolve it to its third stage, it's going to be free. So that's a really big one because you actually get 2 evolutions out of it. Basically, it's like 12.5 candy, which is really nice. If you guys want a list of all the trade evolution Pokemon, I do cover them in my best budget Pokemon to power up video for 2021. I'll have a link to that in the top right corner as well. That's also a really beneficial video that I'm pretty sure you guys would benefit from if you haven't watched it already. We also have the new Pokedex entries, right, in terms of tips and tricks. So as a newer player, as you're kind of going through the game, there are so many Pokemon available in the game right now. A lot of them you have to actually get through evolutions as well. Don't just evolve them when you're not on a lucky egg. Save them for when you are on a lucky egg, and then utilize that extra experience. I mean, seriously, you're getting 2,000 extra experience if you're on a lucky egg. Take advantage of that. That was a really big one that I utilized early on in the game back in like 2016, 2017. I purposely saved as many evolutions as I possibly could that would contain new Pokedex entries so that I could get them on a lucky egg. And it made a massive difference. I mean, seriously, that stuff adds up. Consider the fact that we have probably like over 100, 200 evolution Pokemon in the game, second stage and third stage. And then finally, there's gonna be the notification trick, which actually helps you speed up the time that it takes to get the notification for your XP in Pokemon Go. So I'm actually gonna make a separate video for this. I think I'm gonna upload this video first and then upload that notification video second. There'll be a link in the top right corner though once that video is uploaded. But if you wanna get notified exactly when it uploads, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. You're not gonna regret it. And for those of you wondering why the notification video is even a thing, well, here's what actually happens. So if you actually go through and you open up a bunch of gifts with people that you're about to level up, sometimes you don't get the notification. And the notification is the indication to give you the XP in the game, which means that even if you hit best friends with somebody, until you get that notification, you will not get the experience. So if you hit best friends with 10 people and you open all those gifts at once, but you don't get any of the notifications for them, you're not going to get any of the experience. That's going to be kind of problematic. So that video is going to go over how you can actually get the notification to trigger itself, and also how to speed up the process. It's something that I learned by going through friendship sprees over time. A lot of people still don't really know about it and still kind of run into this issue, which is why I'm going to make a video for that. I made a very similar video to this back in 2018, but I don't think I really explained it as well as I could have, so I'm going to try and do a better job in the update video. But definitely make sure to check that one out if you want to understand kind of how that whole process works and why it is so important. And with that being said though, that is basically everything that I have for you guys. Hopefully this video was helpful and informative. I really tried to pack a ton of information into it. It really took a long time to film too. But once again, hopefully you guys did learn something from it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below. It would really help out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more of these Pokemon Go guides and tutorials in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well and turn on the bell notification. And I will see you all real soon in the next one.